Okay, so, but that's not what we're talking about today. What we're talking about today is...
Are we on?
Yeah, we're on. We've been on.
Oh, so welcome to Cosmic Slop Radio.
Hello.
I'm EricThomas.
SonyaLee. And today we were talking about the astrological full moon that was Sunday, full moon in Virgo. And that full moon was about... well, full moons are always about releasing and letting go of things so that we can create an open space to bring in new stuff. This one was about releasing our old hurts and our old wounds. And in Virgo, it's, you know, how we are and who we are in the collective. And so looking at the hurts and wrongs, if you will, that we've experienced at the hands of another. Mm-hmm. And how do you work through those feelings as they've come up, which hopefully, as you were doing, you know, some work in releasing things that might have been coming up for you over the last few days and this week, as we're kind of waning, if you will. The moon is going into its dark cycle. You know, how do you work through and release and reconcile those feelings as they come up for you?
Well, today I woke up in a pretty dark space for a while, and it was that exact thing. Stuff from I thought was well healed and, you know, in its place, and it is actually, but here's another instance of where that is in my life, and it showed up today. Mm-hmm. It kept me in kind of a funky space for a while. Yeah. And I had a lot of chats with myself, and this is the value of a daily practice. You know, I'm used to checking in with my emotions, checking in with my energy, my consciousness, and saying, hey, how are you today? Yeah. And today was like, it's not good.
Not such a good day.
And then I asked myself why. I sat with myself, and I took some breaths, and I sat down, and I gave myself the time I needed.
Nice.
And I sat with it, and it became very clear what the topic was and why, and I began to work through it, and what I've come up with is the standard: write a letter. Write a letter to the person or the event that has harmed you, that has hurt your heart, that has hurt your emotional well-being. Write everything out. And I'm going to write this person a letter, and I'm going to write everything I feel about it, no matter its validity, its perspective. Everything's going to come out.
All those things that you would never or could never bring yourself to say.
Right. Or, you know, here's the thing with, like, it's kind of forgiveness work. Mm-hmm. Is what it is. And you got to do the work for sure. But you may not be able to speak to the person that's harmed you. Yeah. They may not be willing to listen. They may be in jail.
They may be completely clueless that they ever did anything wrong, and you were the SOB that made everything go to hell in a handbasket.
Exactly. But, you know, in Buddhism, you in other practices, you talk about not placing things outside of yourself. Yeah. You don't place your happiness into another person, and you don't let other people's lives disrupt your inner peace. In this forgiveness work, it's an act of self-love. That you love yourself enough to stop carrying all this crap that someone said, here, I'm bringing my baggage, I'm bringing my stuff, here you go, have some. And I'm now saying, you know what, hey, no thanks, man. I don't need any of that. Mm-hmm. But there's still some of that in there, and today was a day to get it out.
Well, see, and that's because this was a week to get it out. Any hanging chads or dangling participles.
That's what it is. I got a hanging chad of love. That's a country song, I think.
There you go.
Hanging chads of love.
I think there's a dog in it.
Dogs and trucks. Look at us being stereotypes. But, you know, the real thing is you have to do the work.
You do have to do the work. And what is it that you always say?
I say all kinds of crazy shit.
I know, but you said it earlier today about the...
earning badges?
Yes.
Yeah, you can't cheat your way to your Boy Scout, Girl Scout badge. You've got to do all the steps. You've got to check off all the marks to get that you know, recognition that you've done the hard work.
That's right.
And we need to do the same thing as people with our emotional wellness and our mental wellness, our physical wellness. And today was a day that I practice what I preach all the time.
Well,
actually,
and
it's
you
a lifestyle.
You're being that living example.
Yeah, and today I got to sit in my discomfort, and I got to sit in my crap, and I got to like look at it and say, yeah, you know, your poor little human did get hurt.
And I loved it. I got to witness a little, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Thank you for being there.
And it was beautiful for me too, because it also allowed for a reflection within my own life. And you know, there's that the ripple effect, which you know allows for growth and transformation for everyone, is a beautiful thing. And,
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we forget to see the beauty in the suffering or in the pain. That gives it the purpose. You know, it's not just a regret or a waste of time or a waste of space. You know, even in those most painful moments, that there's beauty in the purpose of them.
Yeah.
And for you today, it was a different awareness, and yet it was still, you know, a process that you needed to go through to have that awareness.
And because of my practice, I got to see it from like a spiritual perspective more than my hurt human.
Yeah.
And that way I got like a good double, bad double, you know, on my shoulders saying, hey, look, it did suck and it did hurt and it's kind of crappy that it happened. And it's like, yeah, but you know what? You learned so much about yourself, you've done this, you've done this. When this shows up, here's how you let it go and then go on and still be happy.
Okay, so you're going to write the letter.
I'm going to write a letter, I'm going to pour out my guts, and then...
Then what are you going to do with it? You're not going to mail it.
No, you never mail these letters.
No.
You never ever mail these. These are only for yourself. I'll probably end up burning it. I'll probably have a little ceremony and just release it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Burning ceremonies are great.
I've got a shredder that I like to use, and sometimes I just like to whip something through that and shred it down. So it'll depend how I feel after I write the letter.
Sure. Anything else that, I mean, obviously, then the next thing is to, you know, sit in that space of peace that you've just created in that moment.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, yeah. Kathleen Ponder talks about in laws of prosperity, the vacuum law of prosperity, which is about creating space for new to come in.
Yeah.
And so this letter writing is a way to do that. It's a way to release all the crap you're carrying around from this hurt and this event and let it go. And in that you make space. Afterward, after I burn it, I'll probably burn it because I like fire. Fire!
Who doesn't?
Oh, yeah.
Come
on, it's ancient. But after that I'll sit like just in a little gratitude.
Yeah,
I'll sit in gratitude for A, that I didn't let those emotions sink me.
Yeah.
B, that when I saw the better picture out of it, the bigger picture in the teaching, that I had that opportunity to see myself in that lower light, to understand what I'm capable of in the higher light.
Yeah.
So again, it's that low defines high. I needed to sit in that low place to understand and value the highs that I have.
Nice.
So I'm just going to do that and go about my merry way.
So as we go through this week, that is January 16th, 2014, do your work. Don't cheat your way to your badge. It's worth it. And that knowledge that you gain will carry you for a lifetime, just like they told you in Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. You will be prepared. You know, and just knowing that we are in wonderful, unique times right now, and there are lots of opportunities that are being presented for growth for each and every one of us, if we're open to that. And I would hope that if you're listening to us, you're open to that, because you know, the whole purpose of this show is to help you to, you know, find a better way to be.
That's right. And in that light, this is why we're holistic coaches.
Yes.
What we want to do is, what we do is help our clients find what are the things that keep you stuck from your experiences that don't even let you get to the point of like writing that letter.
Yeah.
That you woke up in this space and it just won. Right off the bat, you opened your eyes, you already lost your day.
And you don't even know why.
And you don't know why, or you'll know why. You'll know why because it's back
you
again.
Don't want
right?
to, yeah. You just don't want to face the why. And that's where we can come in and help with
face the why.
You know, face the why.
Shift the why. You know what?
Do the work.
Yeah, the philosophy that I teach with and I learned from a friend of mine years ago is that everything in your life happens for you and not to you. And in that thinking, you're not a victim, you're a co-creator of your life. So if you're a little stuck on the difference between victim and co-creator, this is why we do the work we do. And this is why we'd like you to give us a call, check out our website, and we should talk.
Yeah, let's
It's
figure
a big
out.
difference.
Let's co-create and how you can co-create your best life.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. I'm Eric Thomas,
I'm SonyaLee.
and this is Cosmic Slop Radio.
Have a great week.